All right, folks. I believe that we are live. Can you hear me, Megan?
Yes, I can. I can't find
Excellent.
the window, but
You,
welcome to my life. Found it.
we had some tech trouble, but we're here now.
It wouldn't be a live stream. It wouldn't be a real live stream without some tech trouble, right, Matt?
Exactly. In
Oh
fact,
yeah.
I don't even know if I pressed. Anyway, you were saying.
Oops, my.
Hello.
I'm hearing an. Shoot, I'm hearing an echo. There we go. Echo gone.
Okay.
I had my Facebook open.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Since the pandemic, late March, I've been trying to live stream as much as possible, and I'm really fortunate to have talented, super talented friends. And this week, I am very excited to have my friend Megan Slankard join me for the live stream, for the hang, for the trading songs, and just talking about life, whatever we call this thing. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in.
Thanks, everyone.
And so, what I'm doing over here is trying to look through the comments here. And yeah, my monitor is way over by my camera. So,
You have
trying
to
to
do
keep
the
up here.
squint to
Yes,
see it.
exactly. Go,
Um,
go,
this is great. Thanks
binoculars.
everybody for joining. I'm so excited. I know some of these people.
All right, so let's say hello to some people that are tuning in. Cooter Brown, what's up?
Brian.
What's up? Diane, hello. Tara, yes, we are now live, so it's working. We had a little bit of a tech delay. Monica, well, here's the thing, Monica. It's just tips, and if you see a PayPal or Venmo link, you can throw whatever you want in the virtual bucket, so to speak. Do-do-do-do-do.
Oh no. There's a
What's up, John?
John knows how to view a live concert there. Bring
Yeah,
him
he's
a.
already like 10 comments ahead of me. I'm super far behind on this. Okay, this is all basically everyone's talking to each other, which I appreciate. Very cool. I just want to make sure that I say hello to everybody. Tito, the
J-
village people called, and they
Jerry
want
and.
their cowboy back. Why is that, Tito?
I don't get it.
Is it the beard? Is it the I don't know.
Maybe it's the what's it called? The
Tito
shirt.
Band
Why
Tito
can't I think of
Bandito.
words right now? I want to say hi to Jerry and Kelly. They're on. They say hi to us.
What's up, Jerry and Kelly?
Aaron from San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Tina. Maryam. I'm so excited about this. We have some Northern California representing right up here. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, Tito's talking about mustache, dude. It's a whole beard. Is
It
I
is
don't
a
know.
whole beard. I see the beard.
Anyway.
I did see the mustache picture on your Facebook though, so maybe that's what Tito's
Well,
referring to.
it was part of the Halloween costume. So my son, he turned 4 right before Halloween, and he wanted to be Super Mario. And I was like, well, then I'm going to be your sidekick, bro, and I'll be Luigi. So it
That's
makes
so
sense because
cute.
it was like Mario before the mushroom and Luigi after the mushroom, and I grew a real mustache for the costume, and it was very authentic.
I love that.
All right, so I think we said hello to everybody that is on the stream or at least commenting, and I just want to kind of let you guys know how I do the show. I always let the guest perform first. I'll ask some questions. If the guest wants to ask me some questions, maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know. It's very loose. It's also the night before Thanksgiving, which was supposed to be like the biggest party night of the year, brah. So if you're in your pajamas and
Cause
you're on the couch, it's all good. I'm having a little bit of bourbon, and
yeah,
Megan, you're probably having a lot of tea.
I have my tea right here. Mm, delicious. Yeah.
So yeah, at the end of the live stream, you'll just see my performance tank, and I'm not afraid. We'll just ride it out.
I'm just gonna go with it.
But all right, What are you going to kick it off with, Megan?
I'm gonna kick it off with as soon as I start playing. So you can't see him; he's off camera. But the cat, I did this. I accidentally adopted a cat. He's my brother's best friend's cat. It's a long story. But I did this thing where I accidentally showed him on purpose some birds on a YouTube video, and now he can't get enough of my computer screen, and all he does is attack it when he sees it. So he's like sitting there like waiting to attack us as he sees us on the computer screen. You can't see him, but he's right there. So if I start yelling, that's why.
Oh,
My
I
bad.
thought you were introducing the song that you wrote about the cat attacking birds on the screen. Now I'm disappointed.
That's next. Let's see. I'll start with, so I just released this video. I just released a new video that I didn't even expect to release. This is a Patreon song, a song I recorded and released a couple years ago on Patreon. And Casey Turner, my agent, was working on, we did these driveway shows, and he was working on this. He got some B-roll from it, and he put it together, and he was like, I made you a music video. It was like, great. And it was to this song. So
was that in your backyard, I want to say?
it was in someone else's backyard.
Oh,
but
okay.
yes.
It looks very, okay.
Yes, it looks
Looks
very
awesome.
San Francisco.
Yes.
It's got that San Francisco backyard look.
Very cool.
So I'm
Awesome.
going to sing that song. It's called You Got This. All the demons in your head trying to get you to go back to bed. What you're chasing, dreams they say I never catch. Sometimes it feels like it's gonna get away. Sometimes I feel muscles ache, and you wish you'd just had a break. Floor is creaking, groaning under all the weight. Sometimes it feels like it's gonna lose away. Maybe it is what you need to lean into the leap of faith. Come on, let's go. Oh, let's go. Oh, let's go. You got this. No, you don't know what's round the bend. You can see what's off the edge. There are not too many things I understand, but I feel like it's gonna be okay. Ooh. Oh, baby, won't you let it rain? You don't know nobody anything. Know that shade somewhere inside of sins. Sometimes it feels like it's gonna lose away. Maybe it is what you need to lean into the leap of faith. Come on, let's go. Oh, let's go. Oh, let's go. You got this. Oh, let's go. Come on, let's go. Oh, let's go. You got this. Ooh. No, you don't know what's around the bend. You can see what's on the edge. There are not too many things I understand, but I feel like it's gonna be okay. Maybe it is what you need to lean into the leap of faith. Come on, let's go. Oh, let's go. Come on, let's go. You got this. Oh, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come snap! Thanks, everybody.
It's so hooky. I know that you've played that live when we've
Yes.
performed together, so I remember that tune. So sounds great. Yes.
Thank you.
Marty,
Hi, Marty.
love Marty. So Marty, East Coast guy, but one time in Northern California, you came and saw me play. It was awesome, man. I was like, "What are you doing here at the show?"
Marty tours almost as much as we did.
That's that's how Marty rolls. He's all over the place. So so cool. Diana's cheering. Yeah.
Yay, Diane.
Oh, and this is my man Terry and his wife Tammy. So more East Coasters.
Love it.
New York. Got to meet Terry at Daryl's house. I got to play there before the pandemic. Darryl Hall, Tall and Oates, awesome venue, upstate New York. It's a fantastic place.
That's
but it's
so dope.
so cool to see people. Aaron is clapping. Yes, this is great.
Yay. I like this sort of like you can put the comments up. Technology is.
It's
Can you
neato.
imagine what would happen if this were like the pandemic, the previous pandemic? How we wouldn't be able to be doing this?
The one in like 1918? Yeah. I think internet speed was really slow then.
I'd be writing you songs on postcards,
Yeah, right.
sending them out.
6 months later.
Sending them out by
Wow.
pigeon.
Meanwhile, the person that wrote the song died. Whoa, was that too dark? Anyway. Patrick, great to see you, man.
Jerry and Kelly, so
Jerry.
they have been to, they're
Oh, yes.
wonderful
Yes.
people. They have come to support us at Steel City many times, which
Yes.
again, a very dope venue. Love
That is so
venue.
cool. Yeah, and Steel City is going nowhere. They're staying strong.
I'm so glad to hear that.
I got to talk to Ed, one of the owners, recently. He and his wife, and they're doing a great job with it. So
They
yeah, we'll be
are.
back. We'll be back. But yeah, so let's talk about that for a second. Megan, Alex Wong, and I did a show there in like 2017, I think. And Alex had just produced one of your records, and I started talking to him. Next thing you know, Alex produced a record for me the following year. So, Megan, how did you meet Alex? And
So
Yeah.
Alex, I met Alex. I mean, I was aware of Alex because I knew the Animators, his band previous, and I knew that he was a musician, and I knew that he was a producer. And so we ended up on a couple of the same bills as artists. You know, I'd play and he'd play, and one time he had me sing backups for one of his songs, and on a show in San Francisco, and we just sort of got to talking. I always really loved his production style, just all of his crazy cool ideas. They're very fresh and very, you can't really put them in a box. And I always wanted that. And I also had this like real want to sort of be more rock and roll. Because every time I came to a producer in the past, they had seen me for what I presented myself as, like outwardly, which was very acoustic guitar, and I really didn't know how to translate I didn't really know how to translate
I get it.
the inner rock and be like, hey, but I want to be rock and roll. So every producer always produced me down, and I wanted to be produced up. So Alex and I started talking, and I was like, I want to be Led Zeppelin. And he was like, I don't think you are Led Zeppelin. I think you need to be your own self. But let's run with that idea, and we'll see what happens. And so 2014, we started recording our first project together.
That's awesome. Now,
yeah.
is this true? I feel like
Today is Alex Wong's birthday.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Alex Wong.
Hey, buddy, happy birthday.
He's making peanut butter cookies right now.
And he's an amazing chef.
Oh,
So-
God, he's the best. If you've ever had an Alex Wong, I dropped my pick. Sorry. If you've ever had an Alex Wong meal, count yourself one of the lucky ones, because they are divine. Right, Oliver?
I've only gone out to eat with the man, so.
But he also picks really great.
He does, yeah.
Restaurants too.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you love Alex Wong, I'm gonna say a little shout out. Become his patron today, as well, because
yeah, it's his birthday.
It's his birthday, and
and
tell him that we sent you. Be like,
yeah.
hey, Megan and Matt, and we got you this present, and now
happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So George is saying he can't find your Venmo, but John is helping out here.
John has all the wealth of information.
It should
what
be
Patreon song is that, and John will pull it out just like
nice.
That.
So guys, little bit of a tech difficulty, but it should be broadcasting on Megan's page as well with her links.
Yeah, how about Matt's PayPal?
So it's on mine. It depends where you're viewing. That's the thing. If you're viewing on Megan's page, you just see hers, and you're viewing on mine, you see mine. But I don't know. I like to just let everybody, put their tip jars up, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. I believe I need to play a song. I've just been talking for the last 20 minutes. That's a bummer. It's not even coming out.
There we go. Hearing it
All right,
now.
there we go.
So,
yeah. This is my latest single. It's a remix of a song from a few years ago, but it's doing actually really great on Spotify, which is cool. And then I have another single coming out in January, and the plan is every 2 months, a new single. So let's see. I need some reverb. Yeah. So guys, this one it's called Sand on the Dashboard, and you can find it on Spotify and all the places. Auburn autumn sky, smell the burning leaves. I take a little drive before I put the hardtop back on the Jeep. Ray-Bans on the rear view, sandals on the floor. Bottle towel in the back seat, empty beer can in the door. Suddenly I can see her right next to me, riding with her bare feet up on the dash, thinking that the red light could never last long enough and we can. I can taste the salt water on her lips. I was feeling love at my fingertips. Just like summer, she slipped away. And all she left, sand on the dashboard. Sand on the dashboard. Playing back that night, you'd never guess that we just met. She could finish my sentences like she was inside my head. And holding on to her, it's just like holding on to the wind. She blew out of my life as fast as she blew in. Suddenly I can see her right next to me, riding with her bare feet up on the dash, thinking that the red light could never last long enough as we kissed. I can taste the salt water on her lips. I was feeling love at my fingertips. Just like summer, she slipped away. And all she left, sand on the dashboard. Sand on the dashboard. I've washed this Jeep a few times since, but one spot I always miss with it. Windshield and steering wheel. Riding with her bare feet up on the dash, thinking that the red light could never last can taste the salt water on her lips. I was feeling love at my fingertips. Just like summer, she slipped away. And all she left, sand on the dashboard, sand on the dashboard, yeah, sand on the dashboard. Was all she left.
I love that song.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, Joe. So Megan, this is cool. Another mutual friend, Carrie Welling.
Carrie.
So I had her on the broadcast this summer, and I played that song. She's like, "Oh, I love that. I'm trying to do harmonies." I was like, "You know what? You should do harmonies on that." And then we recorded the new version of it with her vocals.
Yes.
And that's
that's badass.
So that's how that came to be. It was very cool. But for everybody watching, Carrie Welling, I met her through Alex Wong. Alex Wong, Megan Slankard, the 6 degrees. It's a triangle, maybe. I don't know. It's
Yeah, one of us knows Kevin Bacon. I'm sure of it.
I feel like Kevin Bacon is the outlier. He's over here.
He's like the Kevin Bacon part of the Venn diagram.
Yes.
Probably connected to Alex Wong. Let's be
Exactly.
honest.
Let me see what are people talking about. We got some. This is comment on
Brian.
the
claps
YouTubes.
times 100.
Yes, on the YouTubes.
Oh, I gave you the wrong Venmo.
Oh yeah, here we
So-
go. This is it right here.
So
This
there
is
we
the
go.
update.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right. Super cool. So, Megan, I
Yeah.
believe it is your turn. Oh wait, I have to talk. This is my friend Carl.
Hey, Carl.
He always
What's
tunes
up?
in. Faithful. And the same thing, Megan and I were talking about before we went live is that she was talking about her Patreon supporters and how they love new artists that Megan introduces them to. And it's exactly what happens here on the broadcast. So Carl, will probably follow you, Megan. He is a great supporter of live music, and that's what I love about doing. Yeah, this is while we can't tour or really play much in person, we can do this, and we can still connect with our friends. So
Yeah. Yeah. How are you? Just like a musician-y question.
Yeah.
Like how have you been doing? Have you been? This has been rough on
Yeah.
artists, and so I like to check in with my fellow artists, and I want to see like how you doing. Like, you don't have to go into details, but like, does it feel scary to you? Does it emotionally, financially? Like, tell the people how it is.
yeah, so I will tell you. Actually, I'll play a song about this next after you go. But I would say April, it was really hell for me because I kept thinking like, oh, it's just going to be like a few weeks and we're going to figure it out. And then it's like the Tom Hanks movie from the 80s, The Money Pit. 2 weeks, the house will be ready in 2 weeks. And it's not going to happen anytime soon that we can get back to doing what we used to do. So that was mentally it was really tough on me, and also our son was home from school and being 3 years old, on the autism spectrum. It was like, man, he needs this, like he needs things that we can't give him, and that was really difficult. Okay, so I'm sharing a lot. That's fine. But
think
fast
that's
forward to
great.
now, I feel like we've been through hell and back again, and things are closing down. But I feel more prepared, at least these days, and I'm okay. Whatever we need to do to get through to a brighter side on end of 2021 or whatever it takes. So what have I done? It's just pivoting, and that's a question I'm going to ask you at some point in this broadcast. It's just what else do I like to do and am I kind of good at. So I've been focusing on those things to
Yeah.
try to bring some money in while
Yeah.
you kind of can't do what you're best at.
Yeah, what yeah, exactly. I was just talking to another friend of mine today, and he sort of was just like saying all of the things that I was feeling and I didn't realize. But it was like one of those things where like our identities as musicians, as artists, are like, I've wanted to do this since I was 10 years old. And so suddenly just like having this like sort of wall in front of you
Yeah.
and not knowing how to get around it is really scary. And it's not just the wall that we look at on a, yearly basis of like the media changing. Okay, so it's not tape cassettes anymore, it's CDs. Well, it was never
Right.
cassettes, but it's not CDs anymore, it's MP3s. It's not MP3s anymore, it's streaming. It's like, it's not that wall that we have to keep reinventing ourselves. It's this wall of like, no, live music is not a thing anymore. I mean, it could be in the future, but
It will be.
it will be.
I'm
But
100% sure it'll be back within a year. But
it will
you know.
take some time for people to get that trust back in
Yes.
like being in large crowds, traveling. But also it's the venues. The venues are suffering too right now. It's
Right.
like so many venues have closed in San Francisco, and I'm sure all over the globe.
Yep.
And so we're losing all of these like venerable, beautiful venues that that are our homes.
Right.
And so it's like this whole thing where you're just kind of like, ooh, what do I do now? Or,
So what are you
in the
doing?
meantime. Oh my gosh. The main thing is I'm trying to manage my low key anxiety, depression by purchasing every single musical instrument that is coming across
Nice.
Nextdoor.com, which is my favorite little, like, you watch it and wait till somebody sells the instrument that they don't want at a really good price. And I buy instruments I don't know how to play, I learn them, and then I write and record songs on Patreon, and that's my only thing keeping me sane these days.
Yeah.
And that Patreon is my only source of income because I was unable to, due to a not on my end, a mess up with the unemployment system. I have not received unemployment this entire year. So Patreon is the only, and some recording sessions have been my only source of income. And that's fine because I'm not out doing things. I'm not releasing new music, which costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
Everything costs a lot of money. I'm just saying, hey, sir. Sorry, every time I do that, there's this cat is like, he's got his paw like bashing. Yeah, so it's been really hard to like stay focused and stay positive. I know there's an end to it, but it is like really hard when you just like the whole thing is just like halted.
Yep.
But now I have as John says, now I have an accordion because my friend Christopher gave me an accordion. I have a banjo. I just bought a hammered dulcimer yesterday.
Sweet.
I have a problem. Violins, a cello, guitars.
Do you have a theremin?
I don't have a theremin.
You know, the first and only time I saw a theremin live was in San Francisco, and it was like 15, 16 years ago. I'm like, what the F is that thing? And it's like,
was it, because I did too at Slim's, where they, what is that? Who does To Be a Dog Man? Who does that song?
I don't know.
John! Anyway, Doug Pinnick is the lead singer. Anyway, they're great. They had a band open for them, and this guy had a perm, a choker, and a theremin. I was like, this guy is secure.
That's the word, secure.
Anyway, yeah, so that is really interesting. But it must be very hard. It must be an extra challenge having a young son, which I do not have children, so that is not something that I have to just have this cat. But
yeah, I mean the way just real quickly, it's just like there were pivots that I was working on anyway, and they just were forced much quicker. Like had to make them much quicker. So,
Yeah.
but
It's hard.
I'm just really being optimistic, and because I don't feel like there's any evidence that's going to say that we can't go back to doing what we did, like having sporting events and having concerts. Like it's going to happen
True,
again.
it
It's
will.
just I
a matter
think
of
it's
when.
just going to be the vaccine or whatever. I don't want to get political about it, but I'm very optimistic that it will return, and it will
I'll get
return
political.
like
I can't wait for that vaccine.
yeah.
That
And
vaccine is going to save our careers.
and the best way I heard it described was like the first or the last pandemic, rather, 1918, and they didn't have anything to deal with it, so people just died, and it ran its course, and then we had the Roaring 20s because people were like, well, fuck yeah, we can do stuff again, and then it was just like 10 years of like cocaine.
Yeah.
So
And
I don't do cocaine, but maybe I'll start in 2022. I'm not saying I will.
don't
I'm not
rule
saying I
anything
won't. I don't know.
out. Oh
And
my gosh.
I think is that a good segue to a song?
Yeah, especially this next one.
All right.
Um,
Cocaine. Do it.
Cocaine. Brian is right. That band was called King's X.
Dude, King's X.
Yeah, I love King's X.
My drummer Tom Walling played with King's X
Ugh,
for a
they're such a-
period of time. It's definitely on their Wikipedia.
they're so badass. I love them.
Yeah.
They did not have the theremin. Their opening band did.
Okay.
FYI.
All right.
All right, I'm going to sing a new song called California. This is a song that Alex Wong produced and recorded. It will be on the new EP, which also came to a screaming halt on the release of. But it goes like this. You're so funny, I can hear you all the way clear across the country. Don't care that you're behaving, you're your mother's favorite baby, and your father don't know quite what to do with you. Boy, did you get what you wanted? Did you get what you came from? Put a ring on her finger, might give you a daughter. Will it fix all of the problems you've had since you were in college? Your father don't know quite what to do with them yet. It's the right thing. Listen to your heart sing. Listen to the feeling. Listen to it beating. It's bleeding. Listen to your pain. Listen to what your mama said. You do what you wanna. You take what you gotta, but you better leave me. You better leave me with California. Oh, California. You better leave me. You better leave me with California. Oh, California. You're so stupid, I think you're so stupid. Did you think that the whole world is gonna bring you to your ruin? Get dressed in disguises, but there should be no surprises. And there will always come a time you gotta deal with it. Put everything you gave me in a cardboard box and drive it to the corner of the neighborhood thrift shop. If it's from you, I don't want it, but some lucky sucker coming in this week will find some really good shit. It's the right thing. Listen to your heart sing. Listen to the feeling. Listen to the beating. It's bleeding. Listen that it's sore. I'm not afraid of you anymore. You do what you wanna. You take what you gotta, but you better leave me. You Thank you. It was that song that I recorded on mandolin, just mandolin and a voice. And I was like, Alex, make this rock and roll. And he did.
The way you just played it sounds like punk folk.
Into it.
And so when I first started playing, I would go up to New York a lot, do open mics, and there was this kind of like, what did they call it? It was like the anti-folk scene. It was like Avenue C, the Sidewalk Cafe open mic. It was like an 8-hour open mic, but the guy that hosted it was like this. It was folk music with a punk rock attitude, and that's what, you know, that song. The way you played it just now reminded me of.
Yeah.
That. It was so cool.
Thanks, Matt.
So cool. Oh, I have to highlight this one comment. So we were talking about pivots, and my friend Tito said that I should go into hand modeling.
Definitely.
But I don't know. I think that
they look nice. I mean, I can't. It's pretty far away from me, but at least far away hand modeling works.
I'm good at dad jokes, by the way. I've got plenty of. Yeah.
Yeah, Brian.
Folk. All right, so I'm gonna play a song that I wrote in the midst of the pandemic about all my anxiety and stuff, and I'm gonna move over to the piano and play it poorly.
Yeah.
So give me a sec.
Piano. Perfect. That's so cool.
All right, let's see if the camera follows. Yes, kind of. All right. So this is called "Fight of My Life," just because now it seems overly dramatic, the title, but you know, in the midst of it, that's what it felt like. And I wrote the song with my friend Aubryn Stevens, and I hope I remember how to play it. Let's see. Building my life with my 2 hands, palms hard with calluses, but I was proud of the life I lived. When the storm came to land, it washed away everything, 'cause my foundation was built in the sand. What worked before won't work anymore, so I closed that door. Now I'm in the fight of my life here. I shattered the mirror, I'm picking up the pieces. I need to feel whole, and I don't know what to believe now, 'cause nothing seems real. Maybe it's me I can't trust anymore, 'cause I'm in the fight of my life here. Driving down familiar roads, but every turn's a detour, and I'm not sure that I'll ever make it home. What worked before won't work anymore, so I'll close that door, 'cause I'm in the fight of my life here. I shattered the mirror, I'm picking up the pieces. I need to feel whole, and I don't know what to believe now. Nothing seems real. Maybe it's me I can't trust anymore. Held on too tight, blocked out the light. So I'm letting go, 'cause it's all unknown. It's all unknown. 'Cause I'm in the fight of my life here.
shatter the mirror, picking up the pieces. I need to feel whole, and I don't know what to believe now. Nothing seems real, and maybe it's me I can't trust anymore, 'cause I'm in the fight of my life here. Fight of my life here. I'm in the fight of my life here. Fight of my life.
Woo! Yes. That is a chilling one. I
Thank
had
you.
definitely the arm hair raise, goosebumps. That's what it's called.
Thank you. Cathartic. That's all I can
Yeah.
say. Just getting it all out there. That was definitely like April, May, how I felt about life. I'm like, what? WTF, guys?
Right. What was the last like real show you played?
Well, in-person shows I've been fortunate to do this summer because I do a lot of like
great.
private events.
Yeah.
And so the last one I did was a month ago. I did the end of October. I got to do a benefit show with my friend Mike McVeigh, great percussionist, and we drove to Long Island, and we did this thing. It was Horseability was called, and it's like horse therapy for kids with disabilities. So it was really cool. It was a gorgeous night.
I love that.
Guys, East Coast, like going from, I don't know, like on the West Coast, the drive would probably take you like an hour and a half each way. It was like 3.5 hours each way
Wow.
just because of
Traffic.
too many cities and all the things. Even with COVID, like it's just so condensed.
A
So
lot.
we did way more driving than we did playing, but it was awesome. It was just like getting out of the house, going to see people. It was all socially distanced, and it was so much fun. And then just like, seeing this, it was part of one of the state of New York University campus. Like somehow it was combined with SUNY, but it was just so cool. It was just an awesome experience. So that was the last in-person show that I did, and that was about a month ago. And I'm hunkering down, thinking that probably won't happen again until
spring,
after the baby is born in March and
Yeah.
whatever. So.
Ugh, yeah. The last venue show I played was in February.
Oh my God! Really?
In Nashville, yeah. Okay, bye. Whatever.
Did you play with Alex on his CD release?
I did not. I was home before then, but I
flew in the night of his release, and I was like, "Bro, why didn't you like tell me? I would have got an earlier flight. I could have been there. I was in Nashville a lot before the pandemic. Like,
me too. Yeah. I was in Nashville. I played the Bluebird, and I flew back home not knowing that was the last show.
Wow.
But then, so we've been doing these driveway shows where I reached out to my agent Casey Turner. I reached out to him like beginning of the pandemic, and I was like, I've got this great idea. I saw this picture of this dude standing on his car in Italy, and I think you should do a series where we take music to people's driveways, and he was like, it'll never work.
It will.
And then like 3 months later, he was like, I got this great idea. And I was like, dude, that's my idea. But I didn't think there would be anybody who would be more suited for that job, because Casey Turner is a huge music lover and such a music supporter. He's curated many, many series and events here in the San Francisco Bay Area.
And he books me whenever I come out.
Exactly. He's great. I love him, and I'm super grateful that he needed to do this he needed to do this for us, but he also needed to do this for himself. I think it's just like, because we need live music.
me highlight some comments in the meantime.
That's a ridiculous idea. It should be a van.
Oh, that's because so we actually with my friend Mike McVeigh he put a stage on top of his van, his
Brilliant.
Sprinter van, and so we did this kind of surprise birthday performance for my friend, my wife's friend, and we filmed it, and then I was like, we'll just raffle off tickets, and we did. It was really cool. Like we did a raffle, and the performance is yet to happen. I think we're postponing till spring, but basically it was like, we'll show up in your driveway and we'll play on this roof of this van. Meanwhile, the roof of the van is very dangerous, so we're just going to get there in the van and then we're going to set up and play socially distanced because I don't want to fall off the roof of a Sprinter
not worth
van.
it.
It's
not worth it.
It's not good.
You need both of your arms to play music.
Yes, yes.
It's just a thing.
Yes. Carl, thank you, brother. Thank you, Diane.
Hello,
Denise,
Nicole.
good to see you. Hello. And Denise says hi to you as well. And John, was it the Alex Wong CD release show you're talking about? I think that's what.
Oh, yeah, I went to that one. Wait, did I? Which I don't remember. No, I did not go to that one.
Renee.
Sir, please get off my. Thank you.
Just so you guys know, Megan's cat is trying to attack the screen.
Yes.
Just she says, "Sir," it's not like a police officer at her house or anything. It's a cat.
Or me talking to myself. At least this time. Yeah. I wanted to ask you another question. How are you? You said, so you talked about pivoting a little bit. What's the best way for, like, if I wanted to share your music with my patrons or, people, like, what's the best way for me, like, to do that? Because I think all of us artists need to be aware of, like, how best to help each other. And so
I would love that.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it's showing up on the feeds here, but maybe right now I'm directing people to my Spotify because it seems to be growing really well. So if you
follow
can
us on Spotify.
Yeah, just follow me on Spotify. I'm doing a new single every 2 months in 2021. So at least one in September. I was going to do one in December, but it didn't make sense. So it's postponed until mid-January. And yeah, I mean, right now I'm thinking Spotify. And yeah, that's probably the best place to find me. But I appreciate that,
for
Megan.
the new baby who's coming.
Yeah.
Are you on Venmo?
Venmo,
PayPal.
And yeah, we have
Por qué no los dos?
Say it again?
Why not both?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, my links are on my page, and Megan's links are on hers. And
but because I have no idea what I'm doing, I could only find my share of your thing on my. I
it's
couldn't
all
find
good.
my share. I don't know how to social media.
All that matters is we're here now, and you sound
Exactly.
great. And
Likewise, sir.
people
it's
are,
so good to see you.
they're watching, and it's all good. So.
We're
What's
all
next?
hanging out together.
Yeah. What you got? What's your
I'm
next
gonna
song?
sing a song about the end of the world, but it's
Sounds
a love song.
appropriate.
But it's a love song. So this is a song on the Alex Wong 2015 release, Running on Machinery. And the song is called Next to You. And the reason I wrote this song wanting to figure out, I was like, what is the most romantic thing? Like, I wanted to write a real love song because I don't do that very often. And so I tried to think of, like, what was the most romantic.
Neither do I.
Exactly. What's the most romantic scenario? And so I thought the most romantic thing, maybe I'm crazy, but I thought it would be like two people holding hands at the end of the world. So this is called Next to You, and it goes like this.
I like it.
Is that snow? I don't think so, but we'll tell the kids it is and let them play in it soft and brittle ashes from the neighborhood. Through the window, you can view the light show. It's nothing like I've ever seen. Too amazed to do anything, like even tell the kids to come inside. Oh, you know, I've never been to Barcelona. I never learned to speak the language. Many, many years ago, and you won me over. We never made time for this. Oh, but now all I want is to be next to you. Oh, I'll hold you close as our bodies fuse. Oh, the melting world, it just slips away. Oh, our eyes turn up and they go cold and gray. Oh, but now then we are blown away. It's not a shockwave, it pulls us under, it pulls us back together. There's only time to grab your hand, only time to squeeze and hold it tighter. You know, I never swam the Rio Grande, I never had a chance to learn the violin. Many, many years ago, and you won me over. We had bigger dreams than this. Oh, but now all I want is to be next to you. I'll hold you close as our bodies fuse. Oh, but the melting world, it just slips away. Oh, our eyes turn up and we go cold and gray. Oh, but then we are blown away. Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone.
And getting some love.
Yay! Who doesn't like a good end of the world tune?
Well, that's what I was going to say. That's my new favorite apocalyptic love song.
Thanks. Apocalyptic love song. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, who writes those?
I mean, we all should be.
Renee says you're from another era.
Oh, thanks, Renee. Also, that is the sweetest profile picture. So cute.
So, uke, you have recommendations because, so my sister just moved, I know in the height of this whole thing, she moved to Northern California.
Oh, welcome.
Just outside of, I don't think she's on the broadcast, but she just moved outside of Santa Cruz to a suburb of Santa Cruz. And
love that area.
So
I love that area.
When this mess is under control, I was going out to California maybe twice a year, so
Yeah,
definitely
come
be
out,
doing
play
that again.
Play some
So-
shows together.
let's definitely do it. But I feel my sister wants to start playing the ukulele. So
Ooh,
what's your
yeah.
recommendation?
Well, I mean, it depends on like if she wants to. I mean, the kala, that's what they call it. Those are pretty standard. This one's a Martin, actually.
Oh, a Martin. Well, that's
Yeah,
right here in Pennsylvania, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah, and it's great. I enjoy a good tenor ukulele. So this is the mid-size ukulele.
Yeah.
The soprano ones are the tiny, tiny, tiny
Yeah.
ones. But I like to have something to hold on to, and I like a bigger body. It has a little bit of more noise. I also
That's
tune-
what she said.
Hey, I also like to
Actually,
tune-
that's what he said. I like a bigger body, something to hold on
Yeah.
to. You know what I mean? You wanna play it all night. You know what I mean?
All night. I like to tune my ukuleles down. This is not a standard. It's the same tuning,
Yeah.
but it is all tuned down. I like the warmer sound instead of that high. Also, I don't know how to play ukulele, so just I do, you know.
Yeah, but I heard you doing like a seventh and a
College chords.
yeah.
I don't know what any of that shit
You're
is.
doing this. You're doing this stuff.
What you gonna play for us, Matt? Ooh, new guitar. Somebody asked if this was. I know this was late to the game, but somebody asked if this is a 12 string. It is not. It is a high strung, which is a 12 string with 6 of the strings clipped off. So I guess you're kind of right. Yeah. So late to the game on that answer. Apologies.
I know. So imagine, Megan, if you're back playing your favorite venue, and then everybody could talk at the same time while you're performing. That's kind of like what this is. It's, and I love it, but it's just a different way of managing the audience. So everybody can think out loud and type. But it's like it's just a new skill set.
I love this. I know. I love this. I have frequent. There's something very communal about this experience. Like if there were not comments during like the Zoom or whatever, the live stream, then I think it would be a very lonely experience. I think being able to like comment, as long as it's not too hilarious and I'm not reading it while trying to perform, because I have been known to totally crack up in the middle of a song. But yeah, you're right. This would not work in a live setting. Like if everybody was like saying these comments at you while you were playing, it would be difficult.
But I'm very old school, and I think the song is sacred. And here's what I mean. A lot of people that make their living live streaming, they're just playing, and then comments come up and they're like, hey, yeah, and in the middle of a bridge, and it's like, no, for me, I have to finish my thought. Like, just let me get through the song, because I'm in a moment. I'm trying to convey a thought or feeling, emotion, whatever it is. And you can type and you can do all the stuff, but I'm not going to answer or respond or acknowledge any of that while I'm in the song. The song space is only like 2.5 to 4 minutes in that sacred space to me. That's my opinion on it. But some people are, they just, I don't know. So that's why it's difficult. I love it.
Yeah.
And it's kept my sanity being able to perform for people. But my style of live stream is just like, I'm going to play my song.
Yeah.
The guest is going to play their song. We will talk to everybody in the meantime. And I don't think anybody expects any different. Everybody is amazing about that. But there's some pro live streamers that just like, and it's like, yeah, that's cool. That's not my style of thing. The song is sacred. And that's how I feel about performance.
I love that. That's beautiful. I just have to say, while you're tuning, John's comment, new innovation, the audience texts into a giant screen behind you.
Yeah. Never. Well, I mean, you know what? I actually did a show like that, and that was like a long time ago, but we couldn't see. So it was this massive stage, and yeah, they were all texting behind us, but we were playing. The whole band was playing, and we couldn't see what they were saying.
Insane. I honestly, that Renee never shut up. That I lost my train of thought because I seriously am the most distracted pony ever.
All right, let me
Yeah,
see
play a
what's going
song.
on. And then where are we at? Comments, and then Alex, and then this. Oh, hey, Steve. I'm glad, Steve. So you always liked that song, and then the new version came out. I'm glad you dig it because yeah, it's been doing really well on Spotify. So I'm very happy about that. And
It's
then,
gorgeous.
and then what
I
happened?
need to check out the Carrie version.
Yeah, oh yeah, that was, and the way it happened was on this live stream, which was so great. So where are we at here? It's my cue to shut up. Renee, don't be crazy. You can say whatever you want to say. I'm using my Bill Cosby voice for some reason. I need to stop doing that. All right, is this in tune? Kind of.
Ooh, that sounds great.
My alt tuning here. Let me turn this off. All right, so another great thing about these live streams is I've been demoing new songs for the last 6 months, and new single coming out in January. Not this song, but this is definitely going to come out in 2021. The working title is Just an Illusion. It's kind of my take on social media, the way we present ourselves to the world these days. So. Try my best to keep things. Yeah, I need some reverb. It's live, ladies and gentlemen. Try my best to keep things simple. Keep my eyes focused on the prize. But I get caught up in the story, comparing myself to your best life. The other side of the screen, everybody's living the dream. Makes it look so easy. Have to walk a mile to know the pain behind your smile. Get to know what's real. It's just an illusion. Stop believing your own highlight. Just an illusion. No, our heart doesn't know how to lie. Yeah. No one's talking about the day-to-day. It's boring if it's not extreme. So hold on to your thoughts and prayers now, and give me something that I can feel. The other side of the screen, everybody's living the dream. Makes it look so easy. I have to walk a mile to know the pain behind that smile. Get to know what's real. It's just an illusion. Stop believing your own highlights. Just an illusion. No, our heart doesn't know how to lie. You can change the shape, you can bend the light. Still never gonna feel right. It's just an illusion. An illusion. We keep talking and talking out loud. Ooh. All that's real just gets filtered out. It's just an illusion. Stop believing your own highlights. It's just an illusion. No, our heart doesn't know how to lie. You can change the shape, you can bend the light. Still never gonna feel right. It's
just an illusion, an illusion.
All
Dude,
right.
your
Thank you, guys.
falsetto is so good.
Thank you.
Ah, so controlled. Spot on, right through the notes. Beautiful.
Well, that means a lot coming from the voice of an angel.
Dude, seriously, likewise. Holy shit. Um, yeah, that was awesome. It was awesome until the middle of it when my cat decided to really attack the screen.
Cat was like, "This song sucks."
Bruh, you can't even hear it. I'm in the headphones. Jesus. Anyway, that song is beautiful. Is that
Thank you,
on?
Aaron.
Is that on something?
No, I haven't recorded it yet. So this
Record it immediately.
what's great about live streams is that thank you, Carl. Yeah, I test the stuff out with the audience, and I'm definitely going to record that next. So what? Yeah, this is just basically like the test group, if you will. But it's just to interact, to hang. If anything, I've
Yeah.
learned it's more of a hang. It's just let's just hang, let's just
I
talk,
love it.
keep in touch, and I love having new guests every week. And I'll put it this way, Megan. Sometimes I'm like a little bit intimidated to ask people to come on my show, and so I didn't ask you right away. So when I finally decided, I'm like, I need to ask Megan to come on, and you said
I'm
yes
so
right away. I was like,
grateful.
all right.
Oh yeah, I'm so grateful. This is great. I love playing with you, and you are dope. Your music is great, and I love doing I know this isn't a gig, but gigs.
It's a gig. It's a gig.
It's a gig. It's a gig.
Hey,
Hang
and
gig.
Isn't this okay? So I rarely do this, like try to plug the tip jar, but I saw all these posts about like small business. Maybe it's I don't know what the day was, but guys, this is small business right here in action. So if you I don't know what everybody's situation is, but if you want to put a couple bucks in the tip jar, Megan's got her links. I got my links. We would love it if you did that. If you don't want to or you can't, that's fine
Follow on
too.
Spotify works too.
Yeah, whatever you can do.
There are free ways to support
Yeah,
artists.
totally.
Like sharing it with your friend, sharing like a profile with your friends, or following on Spotify if you
Yeah.
have Spotify. Anything, sending a message, anything is just so wonderful. And
But that was my
I-
10-second commercial.
I
for
love
small
your
business.
10-second commercial. Follow on Patreon. That's
Yeah.
that's then the thing keeping me afloat. So, and thank you to all my patrons who are here. I see you and I love you, and I'm just so grateful. And I'm sorry in advance for the hammered dulcimer. That's definitely going to be on the song pretty soon.
Please. All right, what do you have in the
All
queue?
right.
You can play.
Okie dokie. Sorry, Oliver. Jeez. I'm gonna sing a really old song. This is called Planets.
You have really old songs that you still like?
I mean, do I like any of my songs? It is funny. It is so hard not to be super critical. I don't know. Some artists are like, I'm proud of this, and they should be. And it's really hard for me to be like done with a song. I'm always like, oh, I should have done that one thing. It's
Yeah.
never finished.
I fired all my old songs except one. Like I have one song, and then the rest of the stuff is like 2015 and forward. Like anything I wrote
Yeah.
before that, I'm like, nah, I don't, nah.
I mean, there are definitely some questionable moments, but I think as a part of my growth. And so, thanks, Carl. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it. As a part of my growth, and I want to sort of honor the ones that are not too embarrassing.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
not saying it's not embarrassing, because
Exactly.
it is, but this one is called Planets, and I wrote this. I'm a huge fan of. I'm a huge nerd. I'm a huge fan of outer space. I've loved like the stars and planets and everything since I was a child. I love Star Trek. I love the ocean, which to me is like a mirror image of outer space. You know, it's pretty. There's so much of it that's undiscovered. If you have not watched My Octopus Teacher yet, please watch it. It's my favorite movie that has ever been created.
Where can you find that movie?
Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely watch it. It's a documentary. And I'm not a huge documentary person, but this movie is my favorite.
Awesome. Okay.
Takes place underwater, which again is like this beautiful 2 different worlds, and that's what this song is about: being on another world from somebody else and being able to see each other, but just not. And it's called Planets.
I love it already.
Yeah. Star dates 12803. The ship's gone, the night's out. There's dry lands near. Maybe even sometime this week. Out here, planets look like holes to me. Oh, I'm okay. Insert awkward laughter here. I may be brave, collected, but destined to live this lonely in my atmosphere. Out here, planets like ghosts, they disappear, and you can see life living on my planet. But it gets so lonely here on this planet that I would leave it. No hard feelings, broken things mend. I'm not angry yet. I'm just so disappointed. Woo. Not Paris. It's much too perfect. You are right, a long ride. We don't want this, we don't fit. You knew it never happened. And out here, planets, they leave like lies from lips. And you can't see light living on my planet. But it gets so lonely here on this planet that I would leave it. No hard feelings, yeah. Broken things mend. I'm not angry yet. And I'm just so disappointed, yeah.
was a rockin' fucking roll.
Thank you. That's a really old song. I even referenced Star Trek in it, like the nerd
I know. I heard
that
that
I am.
the star date or star log.
Yeah, Stardate.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, nerd. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Digging it. So, what does this mean? The strumming hand BPM.
BPM Palooza. I'm just gonna say that Brian is saying that my strumming hand was on fire. It was a little sloppy. But thank you, Brian. Thanks, y'all. Super appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. So I have a question for you, Megan, and
Okay.
it's somewhat political.
Oh, bring it on.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
So, if I was just getting into tea,
Oh.
where would I start?
Well, sir, this is a very. Are you a coffee drinker?
Yeah. Coffee.
If you're a coffee drinker, I suggest you start with a nice black tea. Like I would go
Black tea.
Earl Grey.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd go Earl Grey unless you hate bergamot. Then I would go a nice English. Like a
English.
PG Tips. I
Okay.
personally am such a tea snob, as most of you know by now.
Yeah.
Such a tea snob. I exclusively drink loose leaf tea. If you're gonna drink Lipton, and this is where it gets political, I think Lipton tastes like hot dust.
Yeah.
Obviously,
it's
tea
like-
snob. I
Same thing
understand.
with coffee. Like I'm a
Right.
coffee snob. But you know, I went out. My cousin works in coffee in California, and the the coffee tastes like tea. It's not what it's not. It's definitely not Starbucks. It's definitely not
No.
dark roast. It's very light roast. It's very floral. It's completely different. And it's all good. I'm not a like sugar or cream. It's all
Straight
just,
up.
Just
Straight
give me
up.
the straight stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why I think I would like tea, because the thing with the buzz. Okay, so when I have my morning coffee, I get this kind of like happy buzz. I drink green tea, and it's like
That's about a
it almost,
quarter of
like,
the
sneaks
caffeine
up
is
on me. It
coffee.
doesn't like hit me like a
Yeah.
coffee buzz. It's like, oh yeah, it's there, but it's not all at once. So how does that work? Do you still get the tea buzz? Like, does it give you like the happies in the morning, or do you just kind of feel like whatever?
So, first of all, I have to say, I'm gonna slow clap Mark's comment.
This one, the Earl Grey.
How's Jean-Luc of you? Love it so much. Yeah, so caffeine doesn't really affect me. I think sugar is sort of my drug of choice when
Okay.
I need a little boost.
Okay.
But lots of people are affected by caffeine. So if you are
Yeah.
one of those people, then if
Yes.
you want strong caffeine, go with the pu'er tea. It's like this aged tea that's kind of stinky but good for you. And then, but you're not gonna get. I think Earl Grey has about half the amount of caffeine. Maybe an oolong has half the amount of caffeine as coffee. So they say. All
But I
studies
thought
are
green
different.
tea had the most.
I
but
think
maybe I'm
green
wrong.
tea has about a quarter. I could be 100% wrong on this, and you think that I would know, but caffeine doesn't affect me, so I don't really. I just
Yeah.
drink tea because it's warm and delicious.
See,
and
I said that until I started drinking coffee. Like I was late in life with coffee. I didn't drink coffee till I was like 25. I'm like, what? I can drink, Coca-Cola, all this stuff, and I didn't drink it. I wish I discovered it in college, because then I would study much better instead of like. But this is a great comment. Yes,
I
Renee.
love it. I feel like you guys,
When you're out of
commenters are on-
alcohol and Xanax, you drink tea. Amazing. I wish tea had that effect on me.
You're on fire, Tito.
Tito prefers heroin, but
I love this.
actually that's a lie, Tito, and you know it. That Tito prefers bourbon. He
Thanks,
drinks
buddy.
anything whiskey.
Yeah,
and-
or you can make yourself a nice hot toddy, Tito.
There you go.
Yeah, a little
You can
lemon,
make yourself a
little
nice hot
honey.
Tito toddy.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Don't buy Lipton.
No.
And I apologize if you work at Lipton or created Lipton. Sorry,
That's
Mr. and
that's
Mrs.
like
Lipton.
Folgers Crystals.
Just don't. Life is too short. Get yourself a nice loose leaf tea. Get yourself a nice loose leaf tea from a local vendor. Brew
There's an
some
old-
up. Feel
There's an
fancy.
old SNL with Chris Farley. It's like, sir, we've replaced your coffee with Folgers Crystals. What do you think? And he's like, and she just goes, he destroys the table. You know, he does this whole like Chris Farley, like, what the? I can't do it any justice, guys. Just
We
YouTube it.
know what's gonna
Chris
happen.
Farley, Folgers Crystals, and have yourself a good night right there. That's
Yeah.
It's an amazing thing to watch. Okay, I'm gonna do another song now. This could be the end of the broadcast, depending on Megan how you feel and the audience. So
Yeah.
because I think we've only played a couple songs.
Because I talk so much.
Well, that's the whole point. I love this. I love the talking part.
Oh, Joe and Kim. Hi, Joe and Kim.
But yeah, guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play a song over here, and then Megan, if you're feeling up for it, do you want to go
See what
another round?
happens. Yeah, let's see what happens.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let me do this. Put this over here.
I agree. Life is too short to
Let me
drink
try not to break anything.
bad tea.
And then reverb. Oh yeah, it's back on. It's back on.
Steve, thank you for your support, your banter support. Appreciate that.
So another new song that I haven't recorded, only played on live streams. So if you guys dig it, let me know. If you don't dig it, let me know.
Full moon lies low on the beach, a lighthouse posting out of reach. Waves crash, stillness repeat. Take a deep breath, close my eyes, launch into a shallow dive, awake to the cold of light. With violence and tranquility, the ocean has no memory, a chance for every heart to break free. 'Cause you could have faith, you could have doubts, you could be lost, or maybe you found. You could be here, you could be now, but you don't have to be your history. You don't have to be your history. Landmines and time memories, stepping oh so carefully. Dare not wake the demons. And if I can focus long enough, my reflection will surface the weight of the past I carry. Die to the past and become new. Mistakes will never define you. We're free to become whatever we choose. 'Cause you could have faith, you could have doubts, you could be lost, or maybe found. You could be here, you could be now. 'Cause you don't have to be your history. No, you don't have to be your history. Oh, no. Breathing in, breathing out, coming tonight. Breathing in, breathing out, focus on now. You could have faith, you could have doubts, you could be lost, or maybe found. You could be here, you could be now, but you don't have to be your history. No, you don't have to be your history. Oh, no. Have faith and have doubts and be here and be now. Have faith and have doubts and be here and be now.
Yes, yes, yes. That is such a good chorus. Damn.
Thank you. So, yeah, well, what I love about it is, you don't have to be your history. It's like everybody feels that kind of. Everyone has regrets. That's part of the human experience, and I don't know. I mean, you can always write a better song, but I feel good about the chorus and the words, and I don't
Oh,
know.
so
put it
good.
out.
The reason that hits home so much to me is like I've been like really bummed out about social media. That's why I've been doing, been on it very little these days. The only
Yeah.
thing I
No, I
really
hear
do
you.
is spend
Too much
time.
fucking politics.
Too much everything.
Yeah.
It's the like cancel culture is one thing. Like, yeah, I think
Mhm.
we should call people out for saying
Racist stuff and
racist things, but let's not. I mean, maybe this is controversial to say, but I think like we should allow for people to learn from our mistakes and grow.
Right.
So if we did something stupid in high school or we did something stupid and we're like, you know what, that was stupid and I'm learning from it. Like I was unaware and I need to do more. I need to learn more about this. Like I think that that's a beautiful part because we're not born perfect. We need to be allowed to fail because there is beauty in failure, right? That's
Yeah.
how we learn and grow and change, and growth is so important. And I think this whole cancel culture thing is like, oh, so unhuman. It doesn't feel good to me. And so that song was like really like it touched me. Like we don't have to be our history. So, and I know that's not what you wrote it about, but
No, but I appreciate that. And yeah, because we move through society and we learn like even our constitution, like it's way out of date, right?
so out of date.
But you can't treat things like the Bible. Like, okay, these are all things that are, you know, I'm getting political. It just look, we have evolved as people in 2,000 years. It's
Yeah.
okay to say, look, that wasn't okay then.
Yeah.
Like or it, it it's not okay now, and we can't go back and judge people based on
Yeah.
our current
It has to
norms
mean
and our-
something different now.
right. We can't do that, but we can say this shit doesn't work anymore. We can
Yeah.
definitely say that. So
Yeah.
I think what I'm agreeing with you on the cancel culture is like, yeah, like this shit doesn't work anymore. Don't try this today. But we
Yeah.
can't go back 2,000 years ago and punish you for the way we view
Totally.
society today. I mean, we're all learning, and as
Yeah.
fucked up as, I mean, we're doing fucked up things today. It's
Yeah.
I don't know. It's gonna continue. Whatever. I'm babbling. I'm glad you like the
Love
song.
it. Yeah. No, I think it's beautiful. I think it's very timely, and I think it's very beautiful.
Here you go, John. You are so true. You are right on, my friend. I'm just letting it fly, man. That's what's fun about this, you know.
I just want to slow clap our
But-
commenters as well for being on fire.
But I agree with you 100%, Megan, about your idea about cancel culture. I agree.
I think we should blacklist people we disagree with.
Yes, Cheeto, have you followed me on Parlor? I'm at Flat Earth Vax Denier 69. Have you followed me yet? that was my haha on Facebook. Anyway, Let's do another round.
Okay.
It's,
Do
now,
one more round.
Yeah. Hey, John. Let me tell you. I told you I was gonna drink and it was just gonna go off the rails. So you're witnessing it. It's happening. Just enjoy the show.
Yeah, this is the problem with live streams. I mean, you're not Eddie Vedder drinking two bottles of wine on the stage drunk, but
Oh, I wish I saw that.
anybody on here, do you guys have any requests? I may not have it prepared, but definitely want to know if I'm gonna sing one more song. If there's anything you guys want to hear, no pressure, because I can play whatever, you know. That's a lot of noise right there. I think maybe I will play this song. And then, yeah, a nice, ooh, Caleb.
Tito, you're neither white nor a white supremacist.
Let's see if I remember that song. Okay. Let's see.
Is this one of your songs?
Yeah.
Megan? High Note?
Oh, I know that song too.
That's a request.
High Note, Caleb is another request. Is it Part-Time Philosopher? I don't know if I remember Caleb. Aaron, I'm so sorry.
It's all right. I do that too. I throw it out and I'm like, oh wait,
Like,
I forgot to
oof.
play that song.
For some reason, I can't remember the picking part in my mind. I think my brain is slightly.
And then George wants to know if you play.
I didn't
Show
play
Up.
Show Up yet.
All right, so
I
you
don't
got
know if I
all that
remember
stuff to work
Okay,
with.
cool. So
You
Show
did
Up,
ask for requests.
I did. So this is good. So I have High Note, Caleb, Show Up, or Part Time. Let's see. Let's play Show Up. Just because I haven't played it in a long time, and this is probably a mistake. But I would love to play Caleb, Aaron, but I need to practice that picking part. Sometimes when I'm working on Patreon, which I'm doing right now, all of the other music kind of goes out the door. Okay, so we're going to try this one. We'll see what happens. But thank you all. I love you guys. Yes, next time, Aaron, I promise. I don't like this any more than you do. I'm done. There might be something wrong with you. Forward. Now that I'm getting used to living in your head. The next time you're just sitting there and you're doing nothing, you had better be sad. What are you waiting for? For me to say I'm sorry for sitting on my ass? Or what are you waiting for? For me to say I'm sorry, I keep giving up so fast. What do you say I didn't call you? Say I didn't call you out, you still be here, would you? Doesn't it freak you out to know that you can so easily lose days? And you know the next time you're just sitting there and you're doing nothing, or you had better be to say I'm sorry for sitting on my ass. But what are you waiting for? For me to say I'm sorry, I keep giving up again. Say I didn't call you. Do-do-do-do-do. Say I didn't call you out, you'd still be here, would you? Yeah. If you didn't let me call you out, no one interfered. Someone didn't wake you up. I know you still live here. I have lived my life inside a shell. It's not big, but it fits my mind well. There's no place like home, no place like hell. And I built this all by myself. Do-do-do-do-do. Say I didn't call you out, you'd still be here, would you? Yeah. If you didn't let me call you out, if no one interfered, someone didn't wake you up, I know you still live here. If I didn't call you, would you still be here? If I told you to go get your life, don't leave it here. Would you show up? Show up. I remembered like 50% of the chords.
Look at that folk stage dive.
Yeah, Brian.
It's just the pipes that could blow off the roof. Every time I see Megan in person, this is the first time virtually, but like I'm always reminded of like, God damn, she's doing it again.
I feel so bad for my neighbors.
So
Thanks, everyone.
Megan, just what's next? What are you working on? Where should people find you?
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to release my brand new double EP project that I did with Mr. Alex Wong. They're both
nice.
done. They're ready. I'm trying to raise money right now currently to make some music videos because, normally I would tour, right?
Right,
And
exactly.
recoup from the albums. Excuse me, I have the hiccups now.
It's all that tea.
Definitely. Recoup, sales on the album, pay itself back, have enough money for like publicity, but you can't. I spent a year making this record, so I'm not just gonna throw it out there for nothing.
Right, you got it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I'm gonna figure out how to release this record, and Patreon has been really great because all my beautiful patrons have been sharing their ideas and helping. I've grown a lot, I think, because of you wonderful people, and so I'm really grateful. So that is going to be the next big project, is trying to figure out how to release these records in this pandemic era.
All right, so you guys heard that. Please follow Megan on Patreon and become a Patreon supporter. When I did the live stream with Carrie, I mean, she was all about it. She pushes. I saw her do a live stream with my friend Jen Bostic and then Liz Longley, and it was on a Zoom.
Oh yeah.
It was really cool. I mean, Carrie knows how to work it. She's like keeps pushing it to the Patreon thing, and so guys, support Megan on Patreon. I'm not on it. This is my Patreon, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
I just I go live most weeks, and if you can tip, great. If you can't, just enjoy the show. But this is my way of producing like weekly content, and I keep it fresh because I always have like super talented guests that join me. But guys, if you're on my stream, Megan Slankard, Slankard, just find her on Patreon and give her.
Yeah, and if you can't do that, like just friend me on Facebook or Instagram and follow me on Spotify, and keep in touch because I care about you, and I'm super grateful that we have a way to communicate with our listeners during this time. And Matt, thank you so much for having me on your show.
Get out of here. Thank you for doing it.
So great to see you and hear you. And I'm excited about your upcoming baby.
Yeah. He's going to be born on St. Paddy's Day, we think. So the Santry is an Irish name, so we'll all be doing the Irish jig. And we'll be drinking Guinness and all kinds of stereotypical Irish stuff that day.
Play us something pretty.
I actually have an amazing video on Instagram of Charlie when he was, less than a year old. And it's like a baby bouncer. And I was playing this like little dun 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 dun, and he would only bounce, and he was bouncing on one leg, but only when I was playing, and then when I stopped, he would stop.
That is.
I need to share it. It's really it's like phenomenal. It's like. And he's like, he stops, and then it goes.
God.
Oh
my gosh, future bandmate right there.
All right, so I'm going to close this out with the song that I'm releasing next month. Guys, if you've seen me on the live stream, then you know this song. I just haven't recorded it yet. It's called Overthinking.
Yeah.
I wrote it with my buddy Adam McDonough, and Adam he's been coaching me with some vocals on the track, which is awesome. So it's coming out next month, or not next month. Next month is December. It's coming out in January.
Yeah.
Set it in motion.
It's live, ladies and gentlemen.
Set it in motion. Taking back my life. Every time I hear your name, feels like it rewind. Second guessing. Walking out the door, past is past, I don't live there no more. Losing this fight inside my head again. Was it something worth demanding? Overthinking, overthinking, overthinking everything I do. Ooh. Keep on drinking till the cheapest whiskey goes down. Smooth. Overthinking, 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 overthinking about you. You don't make it easy. You know I'm right, but convincing myself doesn't help me sleep through the night. Choking and I'm choking, swallowing the truth, trying to wash it down, but you burn like 100 proof. Losing this fight inside my head again. Was it something worth demanding? Overthinking, overthinking, overthinking everything I do. Ooh. keep on drinking till the cheapest whiskey goes down. Smooth. Overthinking, 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 overthinking about you. Why are the ones that hurt us most the hardest ones to let go? I can't help where my heart goes, where my heart goes. Forgot that part. Overthinking, overthinking, overthinking everything I do. Keep on drinking till the cheapest whiskey goes down smooth. Overthinking, 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 overthinking about you. Ooh, thinking about you. Ooh, overthinking, 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 over about you.
Yeah. I love that song.
Thank you.
Again, that falsetto was so good. I remember being over at Alex's house when he was mixing the record that he was doing with you.
Oh,
and,
nice.
Like I'd hear the mixes going over and over and over again. You know, as he's working on it, and I was just singing along, you know, and being like, "Damn, that guy's got perfect falsetto."
That is
Perfect.
so cool. I appreciate that.
Yeah, so good. Yeah, Brian, 1,000 claps.
So the thing about that song is like I feel that most people will interpret that as a romantic relationship, and then I had a guest a couple weeks ago was like, "No, I don't think it's that. I don't think you wrote it about that," and which was very poignant because, like, well, actually, yeah, I didn't write it about a romantic relationship. It's just anybody that's kind of. I think the bridge sums it up. Like, why are the ones that hurt us most the hardest ones to let go? And it's just like, I don't know. It's just maybe the way our brains work.
Humanity.
Yeah. So I just for better or for worse, I hope people find comfort or solace in that song, and it is what it is. So
it's relatable for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody who can't relate to that song. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this has been so fun. I'm so just Oliver, you're gonna knock that chair over, buddy, and you're gonna be real sad. Cat wants to be fed. Yeah, I'm just like super grateful to spend this time with you all today, and I know that there's so many things that people need to do in this world that our time is occupied a lot, and so I am very grateful anytime I get to spend it with people that I love, and this has been really great hearing you again, Matt, and really great hanging out with you guys. And
well, thank you for doing it, Megan. Guys, give it up for Megan, please. Lots of applause and emojis, everything that you have. Everything you have at your fingertips or your thumbs or your keyboard, please send love towards Megan for doing this. And seriously, it's just an honor to have you on tonight. I'm glad that you said yes.
Honored to be here.
When this whole mess is cleaned up, I look forward to playing with you again in person.
Definitely, yeah, and yeah, I hope everybody has a really safe holiday. And if you are traveling, be very, very, very careful. And if not, many of us are just sort of doing something like alone or small, and just know that we're all here for each other. We're all here for each other, and if anybody needs like to reach out, hit somebody up that you love. You can hit me up if you want. I'm around. I know it's a very difficult time of year for a lot of people, so I got you.
Thanks, Megan. Thanks, guys. We're going to sign off.
See y'all later.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You the best.
All right.
Bye.